diversity than you have at that point. So,
But
but I got you. I got you. All right. So we covered the athletes being paid. What do y'all think about Olympic athletes being paid? Because they're not paid either.
Yeah, no.
they're
Yeah, I think that's some bullshit, but because they're not.
Because they have to sacrifice so much time to their
Oh
craft.
yeah. No, it's like think about this. You can't do shit else for 4 years.
Yeah, it's like you have one shot to get this right, and if I blow
Yeah.
it, you wasted 4 years.
Right. Like if you don't make the team, or if you don't do like this, and we're honest with ourselves. If you don't medal, you did nothing. Like if you don't get a medal, then no
you
one
haven't
knows who you
accomplished
are.
anything.
Right. You like for real. No one knows who you are. You don't get not one endorsement. Nothing.
Yeah, you do.
You get zero.
Yeah, you do. People know who
Ooh.
you are, especially when Usain Bolt, he tore you up on the.
Right, but he medaled. He medaled.
No, but what I'm saying is like, did you see Usain Bolt run
yeah.
past you?
Nah, but it's one. Yeah, you get a memory of losing.
Right.
Right, like if you don't medal, you don't get nothing. You spend 4 years not getting paid, putting man amounts of money into your craft, whatever, and then if you for some reason come in for bronze, like nobody want to talk to the bronze winner.
Yeah.
Like you don't. There's nothing. There's nothing there.
I know, but they also have the the chance of getting endorsements though.
Again, those people don't know. Like you have to medal to get an endorsement.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to be winning at these smaller events like the World Championships and stuff.
Right.
You gotta
Yeah. But like at that point, like if you have won at that level, like people are starting to look at you.
But all right. But you also got to look at, the less popular events because, the Olympics spans many different events.
Yeah, if you're an Olympic trampoliner.
Yeah, for the motherfucker that's throwing the discus.
The trampoliner.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But
right,
But yeah, for the strong chick that throws the fucking discus, she's not getting no fucking endorsement deal.
You ain't seen no shot putter on the Wheaties box.
Exactly. No one's putting Helga on a Wheaties box.
That ain't on the Wheaties box.
No, I get what you're saying. But I mean,
like there's the glory positions in the Olympics. Like they're the glory positions.
I look at it this way. I look at like how the US, like you can get endorsements, but like when you go to like other countries like China and stuff like that, like you're literally doing it to bring it back to your country for them to like.
You still have to medal. If you don't get those top 3 positions.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
you in China, they kill you, you don't win.
Yeah,
no.
Like
you come back, they just execute you.
Right. Like
right. 4th place is first place dead man. That's it.
Why you think when they lose they start crying?
No.
You see dudes sitting over there like I told you it was gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like Drago off of Creed.
But it's like
even Drago
when he lost, and his mom got up and laughed. Such a disappointment.
Serious. I think they should get paid. Like there's gajillions of dollars in the Olympics that's spent. They should get paid.
It's like we gave you the best training, all this stuff for you to come in. Yes.
Right. You're gonna be the Olympic bag handler at the damn airport.
So where do you think the money would come from then? Because they don't have like no committee type thing. I mean, they
do. They have a full committee, and then they build full villages.
Yeah,
they build cities for this damn sport, man.
Listen, but a lot of like what goes on in the Olympics is volunteer.
Because it's called volunteer because they're not getting paid.
Well, no. Like even the workers and stuff, like the people who, I don't want to say put it together. How do I want to say that? Like a lot of it is volunteer work. It's not like it's not done.
But it's like you see these ones that even win, like just as an Olympic athlete, it's an accomplishment. But that's clear. It's not something you do to get rich because, I mean, you can see the Gabby Douglas.
Oh, hell no.
These people. And then you see, like, where they live at. It's like, girl, you live in, like, a 2-bedroom apartment because you really don't have money for a house.
Yeah, 2-bedroom apartment. They got 5 roommates.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right.
With other Olympic athletes.
Right.
She goes to McDonald's Monday through Wednesday, and I go Thursday through
And
Sunday.
there's always one
Right.
person that ain't got nothing to do with the Olympics.
She's like
this person, and then there's Heather.
right, and then she's like riding her Razor scooter to the damn practice and shit. No, that's horrible.
Her electric scooter.
Oh, Razor scooter, like no, like nah, man.
Let's go back. What do you think, Sherelle? Do you think, since you on the outskirts of all of this,
Sherelle over there cutting out shapes of paper? I don't know what she's doing.
Do you think that student athletes be paid?
Arts and crafts.
She's like, I'm doing a vision board.
One thing about me is I know how to keep busy. Say it again.
Do you think that student athletes should be paid?
Yes.
As a person who went to college too and had to pay for everything and is still paying for student loans. Do you feel like student athletes?
No, like after hearing your argument and everything, I'm like, nah.
It's because I wasn't all the non-athletes feel that way. No, they shouldn't have to get nothing.
Man.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but
right.
All that free stuff you get that I gotta pay for, fuck you.
That counts. To me, that counts as overhead.
When I had to prioritize whether I'm gonna eat or put gas in my car, and then I had $2 left to go to McDonald's, and that's when there was truly a dollar menu, and I had to get 2 items out the dollar menu because I was in college and broke.
Think about this. If you did something that, was pretty much a skill set, and you watch someone else make $1 million off of what you did, and then you ask for some money, and they say, oh, no, you're not getting none of this. Get on.
When I, as a server, am serving these athletes, these student athletes that have went to colleges and now are on a professional level, and then they stiff you on a bill.
That's them being an asshole. That's nothing to do with that.
But what happened? So all that money that you was getting as a student athlete?
I don't know. That's them being an asshole. That's not. We're talking about their personal.
Yeah, we are. That's the principle of it. So you're supposed to give back whenever you reach that level.
Oh, then that's
like,
morality and principality.
I don't want nothing
themselves.
additional. Just pay your bill and tip your waitress.
No, I definitely agree with that. Over tip, especially if you're on that level. Over tip. I got you on that one. But that's personality. There's nothing to do with whether or not you should be getting paid or not. Now, right, Sherelle, think about this, right? Sherelle, let's say you went and you did a concert, and it sold out into the big stadium, and the promoter made a couple $1 million off of your concert. But he made sure that he paid for your hotel room, and he paid for your green room and all the stuff in it. And then you were like, all right, cool. And then, like, he just didn't pay you nothing, though. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, but they're getting paid and getting education. It's not the same thing. I don't look at it as the same thing because they're receiving something there as well. They're paying, they're receiving their education that you would have to pay for. Well, in that example you just gave me, what would I be receiving?
So, all right, let's say your promoter did make
not
a couple
only
$1 million.
But your room and board and your food. You get all.
I just said that she got her hotel limo paid to get to the hotel. She got her green room stuff paid for. And let's say, just to compensate for that, they did pay for. They gave you $50,000. They made $3-4 million off of you, but they gave you $50,000. Would you feel okay with that? They sold out PNC Park. They sold out Madison Square Garden. They just made $10 million off of your performance. And they said, hey, here's a free hotel. Here's some, voucher to the food court. And here's $50,000. I'll try to make it relate to what you do, for real, because that's what's happening.
Don't put me in this conversation. That is your conversation.
Because they couldn't make their money without what you do. but they took all the money from,
Find a whole other person.
they make money from tickets, they make money from your T-shirts, the CDs are selling, and everybody wants the Sherelle, whatever cupcake maker you got, whatever you got out there at the damn merch table, whatever it is, they made all that money, and then they just say, hey,
I would want my pay, but
50,000. I made 10 million. You got 50,000
like,
and a free hotel room.
Cut, I did something for you.
Yeah, I told my friend about you. There we go. You got promoted. You got you got exposure. There you go. That's what it is. You got exposure. Don't you love to hear that? You get exposure, Sherelle. Exposure. You got.
Yeah, but like, am I? What level am I at? Like, am I? Because when you're in college, you're not on the level of a pro.
But
player.
You are nationally known. So let's say you're not Michael Jackson or Bruno Mars.
I'm nationally known, and I'm not okay with that.
But Sherelle, your bandmates, your backup singers, the ones that been there, they had to pay to get their hotel room. They had to pay to get their green room. They had to pay to get their ride. They had to get an Uber to the concert to help you sing.
No, those are teammates.
Right.
You're better related to the fans in the audience.
No, because it's not really the same, because I'm coming there by choice.
Yeah, you're the fans in the audience.
Right. So
you're the fans. That's the equivalent.
So they're the ones that have to pay for everything, but
no.
Because
that's her teammate. That's her teammate.
No, because if it wasn't for us as a students coming and paying for those tickets, as well as people that we bring there, it doesn't matter how endorsed your football team is. It doesn't matter if people aren't paying for those tickets to come there to make your team who they are. If you didn't have fans in the seats, I don't care how good you were, nobody would know.
Yeah.
Or care.
If you got fans in the seats or not?
Watch. I'm telling you, watch. Watch what it's like. Watch what it's like this time. Once everything starts and there's no fans at these games. I mean, look at basketball. They did the digital because they were like, yeah, we can't sit in this empty gym with nothing. Like,
yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. I agree.
So they did the digital fans, but like the Steelers are starting off their season with no fans. You're gonna see how weird that is. Like, baseball is absolutely god awful with no fans. Like,
they ain't having a whole bunch of fans to begin with.
Cutouts, though. Like, some of them cutouts be hilarious.
See, if I'm gonna do cutouts, I'm gonna have some of the goofiest people in the crowd.
Like at the LA game, when you see what was it? Dead dude from the movie. Was it Bernie? Uncle Bernie.
Yeah, Uncle Bernie.
Sit there by the joint. I'm like.
But see, I see Sherelle's on the fence about it, like, not getting paid for going to concert.
Well, I'm thinking about, like, what level am I at? If I'm a professional, then that's different. No, I'm not doing that. When you're a college student
in the Beehive, like, Beyonce in the Beehive, and she's Sherelle in the Beehive, then of course you would want it at that level. But if
if you knew someone made millions of dollars off of what you just did and said, I'm not giving you nothing but a hotel room.
Yeah, but you got to remember, like,
I gave you a hotel room, but I paid
like when I went on tour, it was the same situation, but nobody knew me out there. And in order for me to get out here and be seen and be known, I got to do this.
Why do you, I mean, like, y'all don't know how these managers used to do these.
Oh, I know. Exactly. That's why I'm fighting for it to be different. I know exactly what they're doing.
Exactly. So they're
I used to work for these people.
They're making as much, if not more, than some of these athletes, because they're like, oh, I foot this for you, and I footed this for you, and I did this for you, and I did that for you.
As a college student, you gotta.
They didn't.
I feel like
it's also not right that you just took this man's like first check.
Well, to get him out there to get numerous checks afterwards.
Boom. But then there you go.
Sometimes you gotta take the L. I feel like when you're still in that
Boom.
progressive.
But then there's, you know, little old us that go to the university. Like I'm looking at it from, I understand that, you know, y'all play sports. I play sports too, but I would never, like, women, we're just downgraded anyways. Like it ain't the same as men in sports and stuff, especially college wise with females.
Even pro wise, unfortunately.
Right.
know.
But what I'm saying is that like even some of the stuff that y'all get as student athletes at certain colleges, females don't get that, like at Tennessee and Connecticut and
right. And I think they should. That should be equal too.
But what I'm saying is that like I just like I'm looking at it from a perspective of is I'm paying for all of this. And I have to pay for my education, and I'm in thousands of dollars in debt. Yeah, you know, you're bringing the university thousands of dollars, but I'm also paying thousands of dollars when I'm done with school. And I had to get up and show up to class. I had to make the grades. I had to do all of that. But meanwhile, you will pass with your degree, and you ran with a football.
Yeah,
and you get your degree.
I mean,
but I put hard-earned work into mine, and
wait. They're not playing playground football. I mean, they work their way up to get picked to do that.
Yes, I mean,
excuse me.
They're not playing playground football. Like they work, like I said, a lot of them they start when they're 4 or 5 years old, and they work their way up to being able to run with the football the way they do, so they can.
Like I said, you run with the football, and I have to show up to class, and I have to pay my thousands of dollars to get my degree. But you get your degree literally handed to you, and don't say you don't, because I have been in the dorms with the football players as their tutors have showed up to hand them a test that had A and B scratched out, and the answer is either C or D, and it's real obvious. So you don't have to study anything. You just have to go there and you just have to make sure that it gets turned in. That's it.
But you play sports, Alicia, so you know championships ain't built overnight. So if I come to your school and I work and I bring you a championship, so we'll just say in football, because there's so much revenue that goes into that. Yeah, I might have cost $100,000 to put me up there, but I just brought this university $60 million for me leading a team to a championship.
Bullshit.
You paid $80,000 to be there, but you made the school no money other than what you paid to be there. How's it bullshit?
It's bullshit.
How is it?
It's bullshit.
That's just what the revenue is.
I'm calling.
We live in a society that we do.
It is. We live in a society where
we pay for entertainment.
We live in a society
where doctors make $200,000 and a guy that can run a football can make $10 million.
Exactly. It's bullshit.
It ain't we pay for entertainment, and that's where we live.
I call it spade a spade. Yeah, is what it is, and you know, it's something that will never change in our society. It is what it is, but you can't sugarcoat it. You can't sugarcoat shit and say that this is good. Like, to be honest,
all I'm saying is that some of that money needs to be allocated differently amongst the people on the bottom.
It should be. It should be. It should be. And but like I also said, I think that we glorify the wrong things in our society.
That's human nature here. You're right.
That's just what it is.
I understand, but I'm just saying that just to say we glorify the wrong things
like
in our society.
For example, if LeBron couldn't dunk a basketball, don't matter all the philanthropy do, he would just be some rich dude doing philanthropy. People because he can dunk a basketball and do all.
That's what it is.
Sports. If he had
That's not the only reason why.
no. But if he never could dunk a basketball,
right? If he was just a rich dude that just gave money away,
Here's some guy named
you're taking what he's doing differently. He took his money and he's giving it back to his community.
yeah.
The athletes that do stuff like that, where they take it and do a selfless type of thing because they have taken that money from a university or from their community and they're giving it back into their community to see another kid do that. That is different. Where you have these athletes out here are complete assholes and don't do anything with their money.
That's the great life. You have good people. You have bad
but
people.
you can't. But I, as a person who have worked hard to go to school, to make money, to make sure that I go to school so I can provide for my family. I feel that, because I had to pay, it's not going to kill you to give an endorsement back so another kid can have what was not given to you. So a lot of people feel, oh, I made this money, I've earned this money, I've been out here. No, you didn't do it on your own, because remember, the people that were at this university prior to you made sure that there were endorsements and stuff there for you to have, so you can receive that free education to get that scholarship. You can
that happens whether you do sports or not. You can go to and be privileged and have your whole shit paid for and still be an asshole, even if you're a chemistry major.
Yeah.
You're not a student athlete.
I'm just saying, right. But at that point, that's not on anybody's dime but the person who is sponsoring you. That's not on, because you have to understand, for instance, our tuition goes up for different things that are needed in the school. Every year the tuition goes up, whether it's for athletes or for other things, because money is being pushed and around and moved for different things in different areas. So it's you know what I mean? So the tuition will go up for us everyday hard-earned people. You feel me? So that's how.
Got you. But I don't think that athletes appreciate not being considered hardworking people.
Yeah, and I mean, because a lot of people we're not pro athletes, but everybody knows that it's a lot of work that goes into being a pro athlete. It's not
it's tons of work.
Yeah, it's not just I'm good at this. The work they have to put in to perfect their skills.
Think about this.
Hours and hours. And the average person doesn't have the time to do it. Mm-hmm.
How about this? I did calculus and everything else in college. I have a better chance of doing calculus right now than winning a championship basketball game. Because I put the time and skill into that, but that doesn't make that, to me, it's not any less difficult or whatever to play a sport than it is necessarily to learn an academic skill. It's wherever your natural talents are. So I feel that you put your skill set in there, put the work in.
This is where I call bullshit on that, because one or two things happen. Either you get hurt in the sport, and if you at that point did not invest your money wisely, or if you did not, you're going to end up working at Trader Joe's on the weekend making money. But at that point, your skill means nothing. Your skill that you did, it means nothing. And that degree that you ran through, because you don't really know it, and because you just have a degree just to have it, at that point you're just stuck working some insurance job or some whatever.
Shouldn't student athletes get paid in case that happens?
But there are athletes that do take their academics seriously.
In case that happens. There definitely are. But in case that happens.
Overgeneralized though.
But you're like, oh well, he got a BS degree. Not all athletes have BS degrees. Now there are the
85% do. 85% of
I'll give you 80%.
85% of them go into business administration.
Yeah, I mean they go into very vague things because they feel they're gonna go play pro sports. And then there's the other guys,
business administration.
But then there's people like the Andrew Lucks of the world that were like astrology majors or these engineers, and it's like, oh, but you were like a first round draft pick. You were going to be a super millionaire. Oh, I still want to be an engineer. Mm-hmm.
Right, there are definitely ones to do that. They're going to get masters and doctors. I got you.
Hobbs is the one who went.
He was one to do NASA.
He's the one that was going to NASA.
Yeah, but like Andrew Luck's like a real deal engineer.
Yeah.
And also
So-
was a pro athlete that, doing that while he was in college. That was his thing.
All right, can we switch topics? I got something else for y'all. A little controversial, more controversial than this one. What do y'all think about transgenders in sports?
That's not controversial.
That ain't controversial.